what we have seen in terms of the approach of the government is crime control. What do I mean by crime control? A lot of investment in the JSF and the JDF, which is not bad, right?
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. If you are new to this platform, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Guys, today we're talking about Julian Robinson, member of the People's National Party, member of Parliament, shadow spokesperson on finance. Julian Robinson told the Jamaica Observer yesterday that he predicts a general election this year. Yes, 2024. The general election is constitutionally due next year. Julian Robinson says that the revelation of the MPs under illicit enrichment probe will force early vote. So let us talk about it, guys. In urging party faithful to be prepared to go to the polls, Julian Robinson, who was the guest speaker at the PNP's Women Conference at St. Hilda's High School in St. Anne last weekend, predicted that the unveiling of those individuals will begin when Parliament resumes in September after its summer break. Quote, in 2 weeks' time, on September 4th, the Jamaica Labour Party will start its 5th year in government. In my own analysis, he said, we will have an election this year. I will explain why I believe so. There are 8 labor rights under investigation for illicit enrichment. Wait a little bit, pause. When did the Integrity Commission come says 8 labor rights? Did I miss something here? Tell me in the comments if I did. Thank you. Want to know what that means? We have never in history of this country or in any democracy anywhere in the world, you could have a prime minister going 3 years and an integrity report can't clear. Never. Parliament dep on a break now. We are go back in a September. Me expect 1 or 2 of them report there for come. And when them come, Bangarang go come too. So we need to be ready, he said. Guys, first and foremost, let us enlighten our listeners and our viewers. The first thing is the illicit enrichment that the Integrity Commission said they're investigating of 8 parliamentarians. They haven't said who they were, and they certainly did not say that anyone was guilty of anything. They only said that they're investigating. The second thing is, where he talked about the Prime Minister's declarations, in any democracy in the world, you could have a Prime Minister going 3 years with an integrity report can't clear. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, according to the Integrity Commission last month, he declared his assets. The Integrity Commission reported to Jamaica that they are in the process of certifying it. So if Julian Robinson or anybody else has an issue with the time that it's taking, they ought to take it up with the Integrity Commission. With that being said, Julian clearly has fallen victim to the desperation of Peter Bunting. Guys, remember I told you guys on this platform months ago that Proven Wealth had suffered a major loss and that people were pulling out their money from their company. According to reports in June, they reported a loss of 280 million Jamaican dollars or 1.8 million US dollars. I find it interesting that the Gleaner put this man's face on the cover of the report, but they didn't put Bunting and Golding, and they're part owners of Proven. According to the report, other financial institutions are also implicated. But you heard it here first. More than 2 to 3 months ago, I reported here to you that Proven Wealth, led by Bunting, Golding, and a few others, are in financial trouble. That being said, it is that and their desperation to form government that Julian Robinson is perpetuating directly or indirectly. So he went on and on and on telling the comrades them about, how much illicit aid and government have got call election this year. Guys, hear the truth of the matter. You see, Julian Robinson, first and foremost, Julian Robinson sat at the PNP Secretariat and allowed Peter Bunting and Rise United movement to push through over 400 fraudulent groups. That is a fact. Julian Robinson did not protect the PNP's electoral system. That is a gross misconduct, and in any democracy or organization, he would have been fired. That's the first thing. The second thing is, Julian Robinson is still stuck on this bus that you see right here. So, the bus tour that the PNP went on when Bruce Golding was caught defending Dodos. Look here. Any Jamaican who would have seen that during that time and supported it, they're no patriot. I was very happy when Bruce Golding decided to step down. And he did. Okay? So Julian is stuck in that time and stuck in that mind frame. He's not telling the comrades them, say, listen, we have the right policies. We have the right ideas. We are the party of integrity and we can prove it. And certainly he cannot prove it by having people like Bunting and Golding lead him because they were the chief architects in FinSAC. So Julian thinks that their way and their path to government is going to be another Bruce Golding moment, another gotcha moment, another, takedown because of integrity issue. Yes, Bruce compromised his integrity when he defended Dodos. No doubt about that. But unless Andrew Holness himself and his wife are implicated in whatever investigation is going on with the Integrity Commission, then whomever, whether they're in the jail or not, are found guilty of illicit enrichment, then that's that. That is that. They have to deal with the law. So Julian Robinson and the Risers them and Mark Golding, they need a winning strategy. They need a policy-driven winning strategy. The character assassination strategy, the fear-stoking strategy, the propaganda strategy, the lies, the disinformation, misinformation strategy. It is so outdated. It is so non-productive that a man like Julian Robinson, I cannot believe that he hasn't figured it out. The Democratic Party and the Republicans unveiled their manifestos. I think it was last week, the first week of August. The election in the U.S. is November 5th. That's months before the election. The last time there was an election in Jamaica, the PNP and the JLP unveiled their manifestos days before the election. So if Julian Robinson was smart or wanted to convince people that he and Golden and them people, because I don't even refer to them as a party because they're not really. If he wants to convince people that, they are fit to lead something, do like the Democrats and the Republicans. Start talking to the people about policies. Instead of going around talking about illicit this and investigate. You're not an investigator. Go sit down. So Julian Robinson, hear this. If the Integrity Commission comes back and says that all 8 people are guilty and all 8 of them are labor rights, if none of them includes Andrew Holness, that no means say you're going to win something. Because if Andrew Holness and his wife are not involved in it, all they have to do is somehow replace the 8 guilty people and call the election. That is not an indication that you are going to win something. So you need a strategy. You need a winning. Today is August 22nd and he has given no update. That's what he needs to do. Because you know what? Even if The 8 labor rights, according to them, because I know the Integrity Commission talk that this is their propaganda. Even if the 8 people them are 8 labor right and then guilty, if them remove or replace, that is 8 seats that would be in trouble for the Jamaica Labour Party. Mark Golding and Julian Robinson need all 18 seats to form government. So, uno maths not mathsing. Me no know where I tell the people them say. Because you, Bunting and Golden and Dayton Campbell should have think twice before uno turn crab in a barrel against uno own self and destroy uno own self by setting up uno party for lose as many seats as possible. No, uno cannot gain them back in one term in opposition. Especially when you don't have no traction. Especially when you don't put a Mark goal in for lead, when you know him head different from him tail. Him not no political identity. And you all look the very same, just like him. I feel sorry for you, because the desperation is at an all-time high. Now, people, let us switch gears here just a little bit. I want to talk to you about something. There is something very strange happening in Jamaica. In a matter of 2 weeks, we've seen 2 separate cases of mass shootings. Just days ago, I believe it was Saturday that just passed, 8 persons were shot and 1 killed in St. Catherine at the wake of prominent reggae artist's grandmother. A grandmother's wake, you see a mass shooting. There was one more that took place. And we all know about that one because we were pretty shocked to hear about it and that so many people died, including children. So 2 mass shootings within a matter of 2 weeks. You see the desperation of the current PNP, led by Bunting and Golden, guys. Let me just say this. You know, I don't come out here come just talk anything. And I certainly don't come out here come tell lies on people. But I must say that I am very suspicious about the sudden upsurge of mass shootings. I would be curious to know whether Bunting has anything to do with this or people affiliated with them to give a bad perception of Jamaica. Jamaica has a problem with crime. That's been the case since P.J. Patterson. Come right down to now. You hear at the beginning of this video, Julian say, crime control is what the government is doing. And then he goes on to explain crime control versus controlling crime before it happens. The truth of the matter is, not always can you stop a crime before it occurs. But that's not to say we don't need to address crime in Jamaica, to the point where we're not seeing as many homicides each year. But, like I said, these mass shootings, we don't do this kind of thing in Jamaica. This is not what we do. And especially in these small rural communities, that is not our style. So as somebody looking on, I am no law enforcement officer, but I am no fool. This, to me, looks like it could be a sabotage or an undermining attempt of Jamaica. We know how desperate they are because we heard from members of their little diaspora, whatever you want to call them, the ones that were protesting in New York and Washington. We saw they fell out and they came out and revealed that, people were talking to Bunting and members of the opposition. So we know they're trying every strategy to undermine the government and the country. So I would not be surprised if they were involved in this one way or another. Guys, we're talking about people who try to cover up the death of Melissa Silvera. She was shot. And they come out and talk all kind of things. Bunting's wife was called there. She was there when the police contacted her. She refused to speak to them. So we haven't even heard anything from Bunting. He talks about crime, but he won't talk about Silvera's crime. They talk about everything else to do with crime, but they've yet to say that Julian Silvera has been expelled from the PNP. So you see, guys, you cannot put anything past these people. And I am saying to the investigators of these mass shootings, see if there's any connection between the ones behind the trigger and the ones on the opposition side. You're listening to Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Make sure you are subscribed, you have your notification on, and you are inviting your friends them to come over here, come hang out with us. This is where you get all political news, reviews, and updates straight out of Jamaica. See you in the next video.